I think I have a very good way of explaining the feeling of oneness and enlightenment. Let's say God is everything and God is everywhere, okay? You only understand, say if you're looking at a person from across the room, you know that that person's there. When you walk up to the person, you start talking to them, you say hello, you're more aware of the person. They start telling you about their information, about their past and their family and all that stuff. You get to know that person. This is in the physical plane, okay? That's a level of understanding. You get to know them deeper, you get to know them more, you get to know them better. You can communicate with them. Okay, you look at an animal, you don't understand the animal, you start studying animals and watching their behaviors, you get to know them more on a different level, different understanding. Okay, that's different too. Say a language of a person is different. There are different people. Every animal is different. Every language is different. But there are signs that if you look at a person, you can tell if they're angry. You can tell if they're mad. You can tell if an animal is charging at you, if it's angry, if it's attacking. You can tell if stuff like that. That's an extra sense that we just don't really develop more than living things that we think are living because they're moving. But let's consider ourselves a human body or any living body as a billion living things in a walking mass, organized and arranged to be controlled by one central consciousness. It's pretty crazy if you really think about it, because let's say, do you think just because I hear information a certain way that the cells of my body hear them or agree to them exactly the way I think they do? No, they don't. If we think that, we're crazy. An example, if you eat a box of ho-hos and say, oh, it's fine, no big deal, and it's no big deal if I eat a box of ho-hos, and you just think that, and you really think that there's no big deal to eat a box of ho-hos. On a certain level, that's okay, but deep down, your body and your cellular activity, your DNA knows up to this point that that's wrong, and you're going to get stomach problems or feel, uncomfortable for a day or two, and of course, it'll easily go off, but if you did it all the time, you'd eventually do something wrong. Unless you somehow really tapped into the fact that we are all everything and you can somehow train your body to live off ho-hos. But I wouldn't recommend that because our DNA also has memory. So you would have to go over some crazy spiritual evolution to be able to eat ho-hos and live off them, be healthy. I mean, it would be a spiritual evolution that you'd have to go through in order to do it. But you could do it, but you wouldn't want to after you go through the spiritual evolution, especially when you feel how nature and plant-based diets actually do communicate. You feel more whole with the world itself because the earth is talking to us through vegetables and plants and fruits. I know it sounds weird, but it's the best way to get information from Mother Earth. Understand it. I mean, I think that should be understandable. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say.